folks. Welcome back to yet another edition of the greatest live stream in the flesh and blood world,
Oh yeah.
the Budrush Bellow. I'm one of your hosts, Tommy Fresh. And you are all my buds, and joined as always is... Who are you again?
Oh yeah. I'm not good at flesh and blood. That's who I am. Nice to meet you.
Can't relate.
I didn't win any money. You did.
I'm rich. What's going on, buddy?
Not too much, man. Work's been kicking my ass. Doing excited finally coming around to do my armories at the store the next 2 weekends. Got the holidays coming up. Thinking about picking up some artist proofs.
Ooh.
Maybe. Yeah, and I've been talking to a Swarty a little bit in the DMs, maybe picking some up. You know, but been on the DL. Haven't really been doing too much.
Well, it's
We got a Gary Grind in the chat. There's another Gary in the world.
There's a lot of Gary. This is too much Gary. Actually, you know what?
Honestly, we might have to end it.
We
Cut
end
it.
the show. Too many
Cut it.
Garys. I'm at my Gary limit. Well, that's good to hear. Well, I don't know if it's good to hear. I'm all right. I'm busy. This is a really busy week, and then it slows down next week, which is good.
Yeah.
For like 2 or 3 weeks, and then it gets busy again. But I'm looking forward to some slow times. I can focus more on flesh and blood and some other stuff, and just kind of hanging out. But hopefully, she sees some family and all that fun stuff. But we do have a great show for y'all. It's probably gonna be a shorter one tonight. I have some stuff to do after this, with the old lady Fresh. No, don't leave for your armory, Gary. We need you. We need you here.
No, wait, we need you. We need you.
We need you. We'll kick out the other Gary.
Yeah, I'll leave. See ya.
Yeah, okay. Can you hop on a Discord call real quick? But we got a great show. It's a little bit shorter tonight, but we're gonna have fun anyway, and but that's okay. But before we do all that, I do want to shout out to everything that's great going on with the channel, the Discord, and everything. The Discord is popping. We're getting a ton of new buds.
A lot of buds.
Lot of buds. Your boy went viral, guys. I put out a Riptide deck tech. I don't know if it's good, but the people seem to enjoy it, but I explain and I say it right in the video, and I keep my messaging locked tight. Explain the video how to make cold hard cash with Riptide. So check out that. That's all on the YouTube channel. Obviously, you're watching this on YouTube. Fresh and Buds, we got a great episode tomorrow with Sam O'Byrne from none other than the Three Floating Crew and many coverage booths around the world. And we got some cool stuff. Yeah, check out the Buds Discord. It is popping right now. And then Patreon is going to be restructured in the new year. Billing is paused, but the Patreon still exists. So, I'm glad that we're still existing it. And then next year it will be restructured to something that I think will be better for everybody, and myself included, and the buds. So all that being said, we got a great show. What do we want to do first? Do we want to do Scabskin moment of the week, or do we want to do Crack a Pack?
I think we should do Scabskin moment of the week.
Scabskin moment of the week? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh man, you are really crooked. What is going on?
Yeah,
here?
well, that's what they say. A little crooked.
Crooked.
Yeah,
get him out of the office. He's too crooked. Sigma's in chat. Oh my god.
It's like 4 a.m. in Europe.
It reminds me of the Shaq meme. I sleep, real shit. Budrush Bellow is on. Scabs, hit us with your Scabskin moment of the week for anybody who's new to the show. This is basically where we talk about a high roll or a low roll that are happening in our lives, in the game, whatever.
Yeah. So I haven't been playing much Flesh and Blood, but I have been trying to organize my office, which I'm constantly doing. You can't see off camera here, but I've got a giant trash bag that's just of like honestly some bulk Magic cards and
Mm.
some other things. But I've been trying to get like all my playmats organized, and you see in the back here and the uncut sheet that's on the ground.
Yeah.
I haven't got a chance to hang it up. That's from the War of the Spark fiasco, which talking about Magic isn't the best thing to do here. But
Yeah.
I got it finally ordered a frame for it. It wasn't cheap.
Okay.
It was pretty expensive because it's a huge piece of cardboard. Because it's literally 120 cardboards, right? Um, I order a frame, shows up, cracked.
Oof.
The plastic's cracked. It's not bad, it's that low roll where you're like, ah, shit. Well, I'm gonna have to send it back.
Yeah.
Went on to Amazon. I was like, hey, I got cracked. I want to send it back, whatever. And then they just refunded me. I don't have to send it back. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I love when they're like, you don't have to send it back. Because that means I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to do shit. Um, So I think I high rolled and low, trying to do my best here. But yeah, trying to clean up, trying to keep my shit together. Pillows over here, still being strong. But yeah.
Well, you high rolled so high that you glitched out on us for a hot second. We got a nice.
Oh wait, really? Is my internet that bad right now?
No, you're good. You're good. It was just for a hot second. Sigma says I killed a Kano that went to 1 with Art of War for +1. Oh, why is this in the way? Totally worth it being awake at 2 a.m. Yes, we have a lot to talk about Kano today. Some some silliness. We're gonna we make here at the Budrush Bellow, we make light of the pressing issues in the flesh and blood world. But that sounds like a high roll to me, as long as the frame isn't like a time sensitive issue, that's a high roll.
No.
Yeah,
free frame. I mean, now it's out of the tube. It's been in the tube for like 3 years.
That's
yeah.
What are you, a rat from London? I don't know.
It's one of those things where you like, what do you do with an uncut sheet unless you have a few of them?
Mm-hmm.
And I just never really figured it out. Apparently they make sleeves for them too.
Oh, that makes sense.
Add it in there. But I don't know. I just feel weird about putting like a top loader on my wall. You know?
Yeah, you want it to look nice, It was value Kano with E-strikes and adrenaline rush. Oh my lord.
Oh god. Those Kanos are going wild trying to deal with the fact they haven't gotten cards for a year.
Yeah, and then everybody's packing AB. But
yep. Now.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, well we'll just attack you instead. We can play normal flesh and blood. But that's cool, man.
How about you?
I think my high roll has to be the recent success of my deck tech video, which is cool, right? I've been making a lot of content for coming up on over 2.5 years, I think. At this point, and nothing's gotten close to what this is doing, except for maybe it's already doubled the spoiler video, which is
wow.
Hey, listen, that's what the people want. If that's what the people want, I'll try to do more of that. And hey, listen, I know Sigma in chat has been saying it for a long time, and I know there's gonna be a lot I told you so's, but I don't want to hear them or read them.
I'll tell you. I'll say it regardless.
Were you I told you so?
Oh, I want to do. I think you should be doing deck techs more.
All right, I got a couple more deck techs. It's all just gonna be the same deck.
Yeah,
all the same Riptide deck.
Different title though, you got to do
different title.
testing.
This one is I did really well with it at Armory. Pretty incredible.
The thing is, nobody's making Riptide content, so you gotta take the win while you can.
That's true. There was a decent amount right out the gates when Outsiders came out, but I guess maybe there's been a lull. I don't really pay attention to what people are making. I don't know why. I just don't. Maybe I should. But hey, listen, if I can be the Riptide guy, whatever. I'll be the Riptide guy. I look like him. There's that.
Yeah, you are pretty gross.
Yeah, I'm so
gross. The only thing you don't have is a mechanical arm.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do?
I don't know. That was
That was what we call a bad joke.
yeah. Let's cut that one out. But yeah, I did see somebody today. Somebody tagged me on Twitter, was streaming, is a variety streamer who does like all kinds of streams, was streaming with the deck. It was like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was like Fresh and Buds broke the deck or whatever, which is not really true. So that's actually the funniest thing about it, right? Because it's a lot of that, like Tommy Fresh broke Riptide. I'm going on Tales of Alex, or Tales of Wraith next week, and to kind of promote me coming on and to get questions. Alex is like, Riptide's finally good. Like, all right, listen. Listen. Riptide was always good. Like, it always has been. But it's very funny. Like, one top 16 is all. The bar is low. So But
I mean, you did get one specialization, and it could have changed things. But
yeah. I mean, that card is gas. Intoxicating shot. I think that card is gas, and so is Reelin. And we talked about that last week real big. But let's crack some packs.
Oh yeah, let's get to it.
Oh boy. Oh, speaking of the devil, right there he is.
I just have an Icelander sleeve here today.
That's okay.
For our gloves, nothing special.
Just move it over just a little bit so people can see.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. These packs come from a new store from Somerville, New Jersey called Retro Lotus Gaming.
We're gonna play with Steve from Minecraft
Steve
as our gambler's glove.
Nice. All right, roll that.
All right.
Roll that Scabbies.
4.
Nah, we can't break Steve on that. We gotta take that.
You gotta keep Steve intact.
We'll leave the dash the dash for the Patreon. Let's open these packs. We got 2 of them. Bright Lights. These are Japanese packs, which don't love the plastic. Here we got a yellow Jumpstart.
Yeah, it attacks for 4 though, so still a win.
I see Hyperdriver on the name of a card or in the text of the card, and I pick him. Underloop Blue.
I like this card. Honestly, it's irrelevant on hit.
Yeah, it's good
on a blue. Yeah.
Gas Guzzler. I mean, these are the stats, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gas Guzzler is pretty leading the charge here. Overloop Blue.
See, I much prefer the Overloop Yellow.
Yeah, the 4 attack.
Yeah, but this one's nuts. I love Dive Through Data.
Dive Through Data is quite good.
On red for sure.
Put that over there. I do really like the Teklo bases. Yeah. Because I'm typically not playing Evos personally. So I like the bases there.
Ooh, I'm taking that one.
Scrap Compactor. Yeah, this is a good one for Teklo. Megahertz script. What did I call it in? Oh wait, maybe I lucked out and Bill had to say this one in the set review. Because for a second there I knew it was Megahertz, but I definitely would have said MHZ script. Embarrassing. Not good. This one's not good. This one is good. We got 2 of them.
No Evos, but we got some Scrap Harvester.
Yellow, fine.
Yeah.
Blue Firewall.
I got too excited. I looked up art and I said I want it, but then I saw it was blue. Oh, P script though.
Penetration script. Yeah, this one is good.
Take that one.
But
for sure.
You would take that?
Oh yeah, penetration script.
I don't want to take items. They don't block.
Yeah, but penetration script.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is one of the better ones.
This one.
But this one's better. right?
better. So that's the thing. This one was 0, right? And
Mm-hmm.
pen script costs 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the balance. What do you want to be playing? Do you want to be playing this off with dash, or do you want to be playing max with the ability to give all your boost attacks +1, and then you can add an item to it, add a speed counter to it, right? So pen
I
script pen, pen script gets you 2 turns of +1, and you can play it as an instant to be able to get an on hit in. But this gives you unblockable damage.
I think unblockable damage in this set is better. To be
Yeah,
honest,
probably.
I think
Yeah.
Teklovasin and Proto Base Legs.
Yeah, I would probably take the overload script,
That's
but
good enough. Yeah, I probably
just
would not have. I
yeah.
would have taken the Gas Guzzler. I don't know. I just want
Oh, really?
stats,
Yeah.
like when
He's a
I'm early in the draft. But
numbers guy.
what do I know? Let's get Dagan White in here.
Yeah, I would be on that one, or depending on how I'm feeling that day, definitely scrap compactor. Like, it would be hard for me to pass the scrap compactor because I know people would want to eat it up.
True. Blue Crankshaft. I am a fan, but not right now. Oh yeah, Big
Bing.
Bertha. Let's go. Sigma says I have to open the 3-packs today.
Well, yeah, you're a
technically I
patron,
will be.
right?
Yeah, Sigma.
So
You'll see the third one. Razzle Dazzle. No,
another dive through, pretty good.
not more than Big Bertha though.
No, yeah.
Data Link Yellow. Meh. Crack Compactor Yellow. Nah.
I mean, any way to cheat evos in is really strong in Teklo. Like, this costs 0, so if you block for 2 with this
Mhm.
from hand, and then you just play your scrap compactor, you get to play this on that turn without having to pay anything. So you've
Yeah.
attacked for 2, and then you get an evo to turn on your gun. I don't know.
Nah, I mean, not. Yeah, it's certainly good, but this
Got
is
that
better.
dog in you.
Blue
Yeah, get that
Junkyard
dog.
Dog. That dog got that dog in you. Mini Force
Gotta
Field
get
Yellow.
that
Nah.
dog. No, the red's really good.
I do like Infuse Alloy. It's one of the few like 0 for 4s. Yeah, maybe the only 0 for 4 in this set.
You got soup up too. Oh, I love Sentry Base too. Damn
Sentry
it.
Base is quite good. Pretty good.
This is a juiced pack.
What's this one do?
Reversal script. This pack is nuts.
Oh yeah. So I like
This
this more than the yellow, the megahertz.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I like penetration. I think better than this.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yes.
Megahertz gives them all again, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bull bar. Ooh, foil backup protocol
Backup
red.
protocol's really good too.
And then ooh. Okay, packs.
I guess we're gonna hit the We're gonna hit the Fable on the Patreon.
Hitting the Fable on the Patreon, folks.
Yeah.
Right now, it's technically free to join.
Yeah,
You won't
there's
get charged.
You won't get charged. You get to see all 3 packs, but that's where we've established culture of opening the other packs on the.
Yeah. But hey, those are decent packs.
Yeah, I mean,
this
good
one,
draft.
this one is it. This one is it. I think.
Yeah.
But so not a lot happened this week, except for Kano, right? And we're gonna talk about Kano, but let's talk about. Actually, I got to bring it up. I haven't my access. The heck is my own Google sheet? Why did it say my access expired? I made it. I'm its dad.
I'm the creator.
I'm the creator. Let's go to February real quick, huh? We have a new card that we didn't talk about.
Yeah. Controversial card.
Yeah.
Got a lot of controversy brewing this week.
Oh, we didn't know the set number on it, but it says it on there. Whatever. Listen, Philip's doing a lot of work. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Phil.
Yeah, Ethan, this is the guy who won $225. Not to brag, pal. I'm killing it, dude.
That's
Uh,
that's triple digits.
that's Trip Dig.
That's more than cost of entry for sure.
Yeah, it was at least the hotel. Um,
Yeah.
at a minimum. So anyway, welcome, Ethan. I'm glad you stopped by. We have Numenaris, which is well, I
Yeah.
guess new Numenaris.
Yeah.
This is our third iteration of Luminaris. It's Luminaris Angels Glow. If there is a yellow
Sorry,
card,
what Lego did you?
yeah, that was a little inside joke. I'm looking at a few. I would obviously want Rivendell, no doubt.
No, no doubt. You got to get the world map. That's the one I want.
I haven't seen that one.
I think it's like the Lego heads tell me it's out of print, but it's basically just the Lego brick heads are called. I don't know.
Brickheads.
Like,
Yeah, I'm a
uh,
brickhead.
but basically it's just a map of the world. Not a globe, like it's one flat map.
Flat.
It's like yeah, it's like almost $300 though. So
$300 to prove that the Earth is flat. I like it.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Angels Glow. We're glowing here. We're angels. If there's a yellow card in your pitch zone, the first attack action card with Herald in its name, you play each turn, and your first angel attack each turn gets go again, or get go again. There's no S there. So I think we can all agree the second edition of Luminaris, not good enough, apparently. It's it. You know what?
Yeah.
It was just it was the other side of the spectrum from the first
Right.
Luminaris. This
The
seems
other
to
side of
be
the
somewhat
spectra, for
of the
sure.
spectrum.
Yeah.
This seems to be
Yeah.
right in the middle.
Yeah. I have thoughts on this one.
Hit me.
Well, so I actually love that they're releasing this when they're releasing it.
Mhm.
Because for me, like if you put this weapon in Dust Till Dawn, nobody innovates with Prism at all. They just look at this and they say, "Oh, we're just playing mono yellows and we're just going to win every
Mhm.
game." And then it's like it's basically just, Prism meta all over again. When you do a slow trickle with this where you give her a weapon that's not bad, but it's not as good as this, obviously.
Mhm.
And you force people to kind of innovate and you get to like, oh, maybe Iris Prism's like really good because, blues are strong in Prism. There's some really good blues like the auras. We should play Aura Prism, right? Try that out. That's pretty good. Oh, but
Mhm.
now we get this introduced. And so now you have these dueling mindsets of like, oh, well, this Aura Prism's really good. This is definitely better than much better than Iris, like for sure. But it does have a deck restriction, and it makes sure the auras can't attack, which is a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't even know how many auras are playable in this version of Prism,
Right.
right? I look at this and I'm like, all right, so they're forcing the issue of heralds and angels, right? They clearly wanted that to be the new Prism, right?
Yeah.
And this reinforces that heralds are good when people aren't expecting them, a lot like Kano. And the angels are good but tough, right?
Yeah.
They
They're
have
frail.
so many weaknesses, and yeah, I'm really interested. Obviously, this is going to be good enough that Prism is a deck. I can't imagine a world where like Prism is not a deck now. And yeah, I understand there's some knee jerk reaction here where like, what the hell, like, give Prism something else, whatever. And I totally get that. I would. I mean, I got real in for Riptide, and it's been a while since, but we're about to get a bunch of brute cards for Levia. But but I don't think it like you look at that Living Legends list, and I don't think it's necessarily healthy to have one hero, maybe two heroes. I think there's two heroes that seemingly are not good enough to like really break into anything. And the two heroes I'm thinking about are Teklovas and Prism. So I think that this is not overpowered because I think what made original Prism overpowered was the auras, right?
Oh, for sure.
Nobody was like when I saw people playing Heralds, I was like, well, I'm down with this. Like this is totally fine. So sure, there's like some really cool stuff you can do to like trick people with the Heralds, etc. And you can still do that with this build. Like I think you still play like
like Passing Mirage and some of the good blue auras.
Yeah, and like the instant auras that like that make something less attack when they're blocking. So like
Terrible, I think.
But
Terrible humility, I think that one is.
Yeah, it was whatever. Those cards are not for me. But
I do want to say that like so Sigma's comment here, the era of action points is gone, and it free is so points. Free action points. Yeah, it is technically giving things free action points. Like I get it, but the deck building restriction of all of yellow is really hard to pull off when you're not just playing auras that attack for free. Like realistically, it doesn't make any sense to have to pay 2 to give an angel or a herald go again, like the common one or the one that they put in the sleeves, the 2.0 Moneris, right? That's definitely not as strong as this, but with that, you're allowed to play a lot of blues, and you can play blue heavy stuff. This, like, in order to actually attack with an angel and a herald in the same turn, that's a 4-card hand, right? And a lot of Prism's cards don't block, including the angel, the angel cards. So you end up with this weird situation where like it is free action points, but if you're pitching a yellow card to pay for an angel's attack, that's 2 for an angel, and then if you're playing any herald, that's 1 or 2 for those heralds. So you can't actually do both of those things with end block in the same turn unless you're playing herald from Arsenal. So it's like it's actually really hard resource wise unless you're playing like Tunic or you find some more ways to make like energy potion work, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's really interesting because like as I'm running through my head, I'm like, okay, so how are they blocking arcane damage? You know what I mean? Like if I attack if I'm going to be attacking as Viserai, right? How are they blocking arcane damage and then presenting 2 attacks to me next turn? Because I really don't feel like they can. I don't know. Maybe I'm overestimating.
I don't. I mean, I would have to look at I would honestly just have to look at the heralds, right? Because I think that the angel dream is whatever. I think sometimes will happen. I think there's a low opportunity cost to play the legendary instance, whatever the figments.
Well, Prism plays them from their deck, right?
Yeah. There's a very low opportunity cost there to play them. So I think the angel thing will happen, but I think what we'll see is just Herald go again into maybe another Herald, or Herald go again into place an aura or something like that. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to feel oppressive. It sounds like it might, but these heralds still have Phantasm.
And remember, they start at 32 life.
Yeah,
like it's not like Riptide where he starts at 38. It's not like it's like closer to a Kano, right?
Yeah.
And Kano kind of has to block a lot, and sure, the ward and all that stuff, and then they gain life that way. But 32 life is significant for a deck that, in order to have your wide turn, that can't just be popped by a 6 attack. You have to not block. I don't know.
I think it's going to be fine. It'll be playable. And hello, William. Welcome to the party. I think there's a nice addition. I played, not not to like compare like what this is to what Prism is currently, but on Saturday at Armory, I played against a Prism that I'll be honest with you, I destroyed. It was like, that deck gets run over right now by aggro decks.
Were you on Levia?
I was on Riptide.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, I just went. I mean, you just go balls to the wall against them, and like they get to a point where like they have to start blocking because all of a sudden their ward's gone and stuff like that, and like Iris turns the auras into attacks. It's not or into like actual like weapon attacks, unlike Dromai where my traps don't work or whatever. But like, and you can kind of ignore some of their auras and just send face. So
yeah, all your go again traps trigger on the auras, right?
Yep, yep. And the frailty one just makes it a clean block too, which is kind of cool.
That's so nice. Yeah.
But and also if they attack with a spectral shield, you ping them and it blows up.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. So
and they don't get go again then. Because they wouldn't the go
the
again window
doesn't resolve. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
They could choose to not to destroy that one.
Yeah. It would have to be the only one. Typically, it is only one because it's usually they pop their arms and then kind of go off. But all that being said, I think that the Prism deck is so weak right now, and this helps. I don't think it pushes it really far. That's just my take on this card. I think it's very cool. I'm glad they did it. It would have been nice for them to just do this first, but I guess maybe you couldn't. So I don't know. Kind of interesting. I'm interested to see how it plays out.
I was talking to Burke about it, and it's funny because the new Prism has two weapons as their signature weapon. They have this weapon and the common one.
Oh, so really?
On the LL thing, they have it has both of them, which is really strange.
That is strange.
There was something somebody said about development. Maybe they started with this one and then they switched. I don't want to start any conspiracy rumor thing, but like for me, I really like that they delayed it because it gave us a break and then also got Prism people excited in a different way. You know what I mean? Like if you release this in Dusk Till Dawn, then what do you give Prism in the future? You know?
Yeah.
So I just see it as a little piece of candy to help people be excited. I should know. I get Viscera pieces of candy all the time, but no Blitz Hero.
Listen, relax. It's coming. I promise. I was talking to James Way just the other day. Actually, I'm going to go to New Zealand to talk to him. But anyway, no, cool card. I actually really, really love the art.
I love the art.
Excellent. Yeah. I would love to see this in a cold foil. That would be really neat to see. But we're not done with seeing these new cards. A new Hexagore could be really cool. Something like that. Like, we could start seeing other like versions of these really cool, talented, majestic weapons. So they're gonna have to print a new Winter's Whale soon. So as crazy as that sounds, but hey, listen, let's do a draft and say our goodnights. What's our draft? Our draft tonight is, so I was thinking about a lot of talk has been about Kano, especially in CC. Kano won the Battle-Hardened Orlando. Very cool. To some people didn't think that. But the funniest thing about it is oftentimes a Kano player will go in the tank because they got to do a lot of math and they got to think about where their cards are, what to opt, etc., etc. And, the no edits can be made to this file. Oh my God, what the heck? Manage storage, get more storage.
You gotta name it, maybe if you name the.
No, I think I stopped paying for something. But wait, but no, wait a second, wait.
We gotta fill the time.
Well, I can't get more storage right now. All right. Actually, you know what? So the cool thing about Kano is that I'm gonna get more storage right now, and um, and then
Well, we have a few Kanos locally,
yeah,
and I will say that Kano is a very fun deck to play against. It can end the game in 5 minutes. They say a lot of weird things at the beginning of the game, like, "Oh, how much AB? Oh, okay." They say that a lot. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Hmm.
there's a lot of little catchphrases that you see Kanos throw around. Especially, they're like, "Oh, I couldn't get through. I couldn't get through AB3 SV2. You know, can't get through Spell Void." A lot of reasons. Oh, I had my mind palace. You know, I turned left at my mind palace instead of right. You know, sometimes they really get going. You know, I try and help them. I say, I have AB1. See what happens. You know, except what I really have is the loss. When you pack AB1 against Kano, you're dead.
Not
You're dead.
necessarily. Not
Not
necessarily.
necessarily. You could rely on Oasis Respite, and that's another card they hate. They hate Oasis Respite, Sand Cover. You know, um, I think one of the best things about playing against Kano is that there are so many ways to just absolutely murder the combo, and they have already thought about you having it 3 or 4 different times that game, and you don't even know that you're presenting that way.
Mm.
Like half the time you beat the Kano by just having a card in hand and making them think that it's Oasis Respite.
Yeah,
So
and yeah, you always like to show them one early, like pitch one early,
mhm.
and like yeah, like so yeah, you're right. They have their own things. Like I showed last week, the what Isaac had, the agony
Yeah,
of defeat.
yeah,
They Kano players have quirks, right?
hmm
So I fight fire with fire, I say. So you got to have some quirks for when you play the Kano player and when they go in the tank and they're in the tank for like 10, 15 minutes and they're just like, we saw Peter, Mask of Momentum, just like we saw that. And, you
yeah.
know, I was thinking about, well, what are some things that would be fun to do or say while our Kano players are in the tank? Would you like to go
Mhm.
first, Gary?
I'm gonna go first, and only because I've said this before, but it's one of my favorite things to say. So I obviously play a lot of Viserai, and I love the card Amethyst Tiara. Patrick
Mm.
Shaw and I we go back and forth about having Kano plans. It's one of my favorite things to talk to him about. My favorite thing to say to a Kano player when they're in the tank is, even before they're about to combo off, the way that Amethyst Tiara works is, if you can basically destroy it, and all of your rune chants for the whole turn get spell void.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which basically means the Kano player has to be aware of any amount of rune chants that you could make at any point in time as
Mm-hmm.
an instant, which is amazing because that is about 300 gigabytes of RAM extra on top of what they have to be processing the whole game. So my favorite thing to say is, um, there's a window when a rune chant is activated that it will both deal damage and prevent arcane damage. So it's my favorite thing to say is, would you like to respond before the rune chant is destroyed? Because if they do, that means that they take damage and I have spell void.
I
That's what
mean,
it's very specific, but that's my
so
favorite thing. That's my
should I
answer.
just say Rune Chance Spell Void math?
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to really throw them for a loop.
So Rune Chance. Oh, why is that like that?
It's just to simplify it. I like throwing a wrench into their plan.
Oh yeah. Um, mine's a little bit. My number one's a little bit sillier.
Okay, go for
Um,
it.
so and also Sigma says Peter didn't take. You went full Red October. That's a good joke. Um, he certainly did. Uh, I if I'm playing Kano and they go in the tank, they're thinking, know what I'm gonna do? Reach into my bag, bring out a bowl, open a thing of popcorn, and put it in and just start eating. Eat popcorn. I
Yeah.
don't know. You're a judge.
Yeah.
Um, the cool thing about Kano is math. You're a judge. Am I allowed to do that?
But
Eat
have a
popcorn?
bag of uh are you at a pro quest
I'm
or
at
at a
I'm at the pro tour.
if you're at the pro tour, I don't think you're allowed to dig in your backpack for snack. Like you could be looking at notes or something in your backpack. Like
Oh, okay.
off the top of my head, at the pro tour, I wouldn't be digging in your backpack in the middle of a game.
Okay. So I'll have to think about the
You
logistics
could
there to make it
snacks on the
legal.
table maybe if your opponent okays it beforehand. You just say, "Hey, just in case
Hey,
it goes
I
long."
know what you're doing. Like, you're on Kano. Well, like while I'm gonna put this
Yeah,
here just in
yeah,
case. Brody ate a
like a
sandwich is a great. Actually, that's a great.
yeah. That's a good
That's a
point.
good point. That's a good point.
Brody ate a sandwich, but see, that's the thing. He's established intent that he likes to eat sandwiches, right?
Yes,
So
that's
that's something you can't just be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna dig in my backpack because I know I'm gonna be here for 20 minutes."
well. Okay, I will say. Well, obviously, I mean, well, then it might not be popcorn. I'll chug a freaking bottle
Yeah,
of blue cheese.
yeah. He
Uh,
had it on the if you pop the blue cheese on the table,
I,
I think it's all fair game.
this might be happening. Oh, you gotta have it on the table. So I'll just make eat
Yeah,
popcorn. It doesn't have to be reached into the bag. All right, what's
yeah.
your number two?
Oh, Aether Wildfire increases damage of all action cards this turn. Interesting, because Sonata can kill them
Is it
on
really?
my
Oh,
turn.
all arcane damage?
Hmm.
Wait a second, really?
Yes.
Sonata
No, no, so what I say is
wildfire.
Wildfire affects all arcane damage this turn because you can play Spellbound Creepers and kill them on your turn with Sonata Arconics.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Wait, but you didn't
Yeah.
block.
No, but that's the thing. They have to. So this is the crazy thing about the Kano matchup. If you're playing Tiara,
Mm-hmm.
Dyadic Carapace, and Vexing Quillhand, you have Arcane Barrier 3, Spell Void Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
You also have Spellbound Creepers. And Creepers says you can play a non-attack as an instant if you have attacked.
Oh,
So
if they're popping off on your turn. Got it.
So
Got
yes,
that.
and but Wildfire only works like that on your turn. So they will only ever do it on your turn, pretty much.
Okay.
So when you spell with the window, essentially is I play an attack. You have rune chants going off. Would you like to respond to the damage before the rune chant? The rune chant resolves. The attack resolves. Then you have a window to kill them with Sonata Arconics. So basically, you've given them an ice cream sandwich of ways you can kill them before they can kill you.
Got it.
You
Got it.
following me?
Yes.
That's it's not as goofy as as eating popcorn, but these two things are very important to keep in mind.
Oh no, it
Um,
is. It is. I'm going the goofy route because I never
oh,
my decks never have these kinds of tricks.
oh, well,
So
I've lost so many times to our local Kanos, man. It's Burke and Josh are nuts. If you don't keep two cards in hand, you're dead.
Well, my number two is put on a neck pillow
Yeah.
and sunglasses and no, maybe not and sunnies.
Mm,
Yeah, it's gonna be gone, but yeah, I just think that it's boring.
yeah, for sure.
So listen, if you're gonna do boring things to me, I think I should be allowed to
Yeah.
take a little nappy poo.
Treat it like the airport, honestly.
Yeah.
You're just killing time.
It's okay, well, my flight's delayed. It's basically the same thing, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Kano's comboing are flight delays, right?
Yeah.
So I think that I should be able to just catch some Z's, folks. This is I would recommend trying it.
Yeah, I honestly, it's a good move. If you're not going to be engaged, if you have no out, if you have no
Yeah,
out, just vibe.
just vibe. Hey, listen, like I don't even have anything floating, nothing in hand. You do your thing. I presented lethal. I'm gonna take a nap. Wake me up when it's over, and we'll
Yeah,
figure it out. Right? You know,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
report. You'll report. It doesn't matter. We'll have a good time. We'll just keep going on with our days. You know. So
yeah.
I think that's a normal normal
Very
thing
normal
to do.
reaction. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
What's your number three?
So my favorite thing to do is read every card like 3 times. If it's somebody that I don't know, or it's just like, oh, what does Zap do? Oh, what is what is what is Tome of Fyendel?
Yeah. Oh, reread. Yeah, that's a good one. Reread the cards a lot is
Because you have priority,
you do.
so you can do stuff.
Read it. Look at your cards. Read it. Look at your cards. It's just
Yep.
like
Give them the old double look,
I
because you
mean,
got to make them think you got Oasis, even if you don't.
if yeah. Well, it's funny. Like, I mean, obviously this is not super ethical, but you can waste time because the game is ending on that turn,
Right.
regardless, right?
Yeah.
So whatever. And maybe that's the reason these Kano players play it. They're like, all right, well, I have all the time in the world. I'm either gonna win or lose. I get to think about this as long as I want.
hmm
Interesting. Reread the cards. Power move.
Power move. Yeah, it really is. It sends a signal. Like you're like, oh, you're either like they either get too cocky and then you have an out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No. 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 Absolutely. Um. It's a good one. Damn. All right. My number three. Finger drumming.
One of these. One of these.
Just kind of like, what? I'm nervous. I'm nervous. What are you gonna do? You gonna get me? You gonna play wildfire into something? I don't know. I think because I am super like I can't stay still. So like when that
Right.
happens, I'm like, like,
I mean,
what's
yeah.
going on, and like I start humming, and
hmm
I don't know.
It really depends on the situation, right? Like
Sure.
you got a lot of things you could say because the Kano players, they have it all mapped out in their head. They know what they're doing. But the problem is if they're not at their stack, right? Um, you just have to. They're all praying, right?
Yeah.
They're just they're all thinking like Peter did a little bit of that too, where you like bless the cards. I would say which you if at the different points of the game, right? If it's late in the game, and they hit stack, that's when you're a little worried. But I would say, oh, I don't think we've seen the Eye of Ophidia yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. We'll say remind. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah, oh no. What did I do?
Oh,
Oh, that works. Remind about worst ca- case. It's like, what do you mean?
I'm going a little offensive here. I gotta, I'm scorned.
Yeah. Well, I think that's totally fine. William says, get a judge called on you for slow play, and then the judge can watch the combo, so you don't have to. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Sigma says, pull out your smartphone and play Talishar. You probably get like 10 games done before they're done. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but reminding about the worst case, like even just be like, and just say like, have you pitched? I have a video this turn or this game. I think you have. All right, that's good to know. All right.
Yeah. Because that's your out, right? They could always blow it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think bluffing the Oasis
hmm
like in any way possible is
Yeah.
so you just say
Sand cover and Dromai is a really good one too.
sand cover and Dromai is a good one. I think what's the other one? The steadfast is good.
Oh yeah. Oh
Steadfast is
yeah.
good, but Oasis you could be like, so you just look at your hand and be like, so wildfire comes in for 4, right?
Hmm. Well, usually they buff it twice.
So you buff it. Okay, that's good to know that you buff it twice. So you just like, okay, and then you say, um, so I'm 2 points of life lower than you currently.
Oh.
Interesting. All right, yeah, go ahead. Could go on with your
Yeah.
combo. And then they go, oh man.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And but the thing is, you gotta stick to it. You gotta play the part. Because otherwise, you know, if you just run face, that is a plan. They have to block, but they could just kill you,
They
right?
could.
But if your plan is bluffing the Oasis, they will remember that you bluffed the Oasis.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you need that, like, that's we saying it as a joke, but they will remember that.
Oh yeah.
Like, they don't commit if they don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely.
So it's a very serious thing, right? Like, if you can, the little things go so far against a Kano player because it's just the extra processing power that they need to overdo it.
You know
Yeah, that's
what?
a good one.
But then here's something cool you could do. You could bluff the Oasis. You have one floating. You have one
Mhm.
card in hand. You're presenting lethal, and you're
Oh
like,
yeah.
and then you bluff the Oasis. They're like, all right, I'll block, and you go Razor Reflex.
Boom.
Got him.
Got him.
But
Yeah.
all right, what's your last pick?
Yeah. So I'm trying to think, because the thing is, right? Like, you I in my head, my plan is to just keep a card. I try and keep a card as many times as possible. But what my favorite thing to do, I think, is when I have a red in hand, is
Mm-hmm.
I like to ask them how much I like to ask them how much damage they'll be doing if this is a blue, and make them calculate it. Because they can.
Mm-hmm.
You can say they don't have to tell you, but they'll be like, okay, well, wildfire. Usually, it's on the second or the blazing, right?
Yeah.
So this is a blue. So if I pitch 3 here, that means that it'll be dealing 2, and then how much will the zap be? And then how much will the Aether Wildfire? How
Mm.
much will the blazing ether be? Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I'm dead. you know, because like because you can also get ahead of it. You could say, all right, we don't need to do it
Yeah. 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 I.
if they're stacked. If they're stacked.
Oh, yeah. Bluffing the blue is always like it's never the blue. It's always the goddamn red too.
It's always the
Unfortunately.
red, but you have to almost be like, because they'll say it. Like, especially at an armory, they'll be like, "Oh, that could be a blue," and if that's a blue, then that means that they're literally already thinking about it. So you might as well just get ahead of it and have the conversation with them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. You put it in their head. It's Inception. You're trying to create Inception.
Yes.
Um. So here's a question for you as a judge. Am I allowed to get up off the table? Am I allowed to stand up?
Like, you can, but like, you should say that you should call a judge before you get up
All
because it
right,
could look like unsportsmanlike.
judge.
Is what you're, yeah. Gonna
My
take a
opponent's
piss.
no, no, judge. Yes, I got. I really got to stretch, and this person's taking a long time. It's going to be a while, so just start
Start causing a
stretching
scene.
and aerobics.
Yeah. Just pop an AirPod in and
So you're
start
just
going.
like you're just like,
Yeah.
and then kind of like, do some, you know. I think that would be. I mean, it'd be funny. Like you only want to. I think you want to give a show to everybody, especially. I mean, God, if it's a feature match, then you really
Oh
want
my
to do a lot of this stuff. Another thing I
You're
almost
you're on
said.
camera.
I almost said, chug a whole bottle of water.
Just
Like pretend like you're really nervous.
shaking.
Or before like the before the game, you're wearing a hat, so you have like a water balloon or something like that. and then like when they start comboing, you like slowly like let the water balloon go, and it looks like you're just drenched in sweat, like the Jordan Peele meme,
Yeah.
which
See,
is
but see this right here, all of this is a really great Kano plan. Even
I
if you've got no cards for it in your deck, you got to be prepared with these. You got to bring popcorn. You got to bring a neck pillow. You know, you
I think
got to bring
so.
the water balloon in your hat to make it look like you're sweating.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think we solved it.
I think we solved Kano, the
Yeah.
matchup. We solved the Kano matchup.
There you go. But all right, buddy. That's gonna do it
All
for
right, man.
this week. Oh, we actually almost did an hour.
Yeah.
But plug your stuff and meal of the week.
Yeah, man. So I'm really a bit of a hermit lately, but you can find me in the Buds Discord. I'm there all the time, all day, every day. Um, I'm here on Wednesdays, and that's about it. If you want to talk about rune chant stuff, reach out to me. Um, wait, hold on. I saw Burke in the chat. If someone made me dealing with
Sexy.
doing a sexy distraction, now that is an interesting move.
See the game and also flesh and blood. That's funny. You pull a whole Dagon.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, you can find me in Philadelphia.
Okay. All right. Philadelphia.
And the meal of the week. The meal of the week. I went to a Sixers game. It was super cheap. They destroyed the Washington Wizards. It was really fun. I got they've been really working on that stadium. They added a bunch of different food vendors, and they added a really fancy milkshake vendor. You know, when you go to like a bar and they have, or like they're usually around the holidays, they add like, there's these pop-up bars that have these fancy milkshakes where they put like cake and shit on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They
yeah, the
put one.
crazy
They put
ones.
one of those. Yeah, they put one of those in Wells Fargo. And so, like, if you're gonna go to a bar, one of those, I'm thinking of this place called Jingle or whatever. I don't know. This place in Philly, they pop it up, but they're like $20 anyway. So you just go. That's how much the milkshake was at the game. It was nice. It was like you literally could just get a slice of cake on top of your milkshake. It was like $19, which for for stadium food is about what you're gonna pay anyway. But I'm just thinking, like, at any of those bars, it's like $16 for a milkshake.
Oh yeah.
So I was really vibing. I like going to games. It's fun. The Sixers games are really fun.
Especially
Um,
lately.
so yeah, yeah. They beat the Wizards by like 40 points or something. I forget. It
Oh, I
was
think
it
I
was
did see
bad.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad, but it was fun. You know, it was one of my friends' first time at a game. Um, yeah, great time. How about you, man?
Awesome. Well, you can continue to find me on Twitter at FreshBudsPod. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Podcast, we have Sam O'Byrne on tomorrow. And meal of the week. Well, I had dinner with our friend Craig Krempels tonight, and we went to this Greek joint in Somerville called Kaima, where they have they have this like deal. I don't know if it's a deal. They have like a platter where you get like gyro, French fries, like Greek salad, pita, and like yogurt and stuff for like less than $20. And I think that's usually it's like a lot of food. So like, it's a great deal. But that was it, man. I'm tired. We're gonna open one more pack on the Patreon and then say our good nights.
Say our good nights. I got a
Bellow.
good rec of the week this week.
Ooh.
Better
Ooh.
tune in.
Bellow, 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 bellow.
Hello.